Hello everyone, you're welcome. In today's video, I will share with you how to draft a basic bodice block, and these are the materials I'm going to use. This is my brown paper, tape roll, French curve, scissors, straight ruler, pencil, and also marker. And this basic bodice block is going to be the updated version of the one I already have on this channel, and it's going to be detailed and easy to follow tutorial. So if you're interested in all of this, please come with me and let's get started. At the tip of this pattern, I'm going to come down by 1 inch to draw a straight line. Now this straight line, this is done in order for me to eliminate any unequal edge and also to be sure of my starting line and where I'll start drafting my pattern from. This starting line, this line that I drew now, is the shoulder line. So I'm going to label it shoulder line here this way. Then now I'll place my tape on this shoulder line now and come down to mark my shoulder to bust measurement, which is 11 inches, shoulder to waist 16 inches, and the full body's length is 25 inches. Now taking accurate body measurement before drafting your pattern is very important so that the pattern will turn out well. So now this measurement I've marked, now I'll draw a straight line across this measurement, this bust line, the waistline, and also the full length. I'll come to the shoulder line now and impute the shoulder line measurement. The shoulder line measurement here is 16 inches. 16 inches divided by 2 will give me 8 inches. I'll mark the 8 inches and also take the neck width of 3 inches. Now for this neckline, since this is a basic bodice, I'm going to be imputing a basic neckline of 3 inches neck width and 3 inches neck depth. Once I'm done marking, I'll connect these dots. Now this is a square shape. If I want my neckline to be round shape, I'm going to come out from this angle by 1 inch. I'll go ahead and connect it. This 1 inch I came out now is for it to serve as a guide so that I won't go too deep while I'm trying to create my curve. The next thing I'll do now, come to this shoulder measurement and come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. You know the human shoulder is not straight, it's kind of slant. So I'm going to connect now from this neck width down to that 1 inch. Next thing I'll do now is to impute my armhole curve. So now to do that, use this formula to get my armhole depth, my bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inch. That will give me 7.5. I'll place my tape across this way to mark that 7.5, then I'll connect it. I did that to get a straight line. Under this armhole, I'll draw a straight line. This straight line will be the chest line. On this armhole, I'll place my tape and mark the midpoint. In order to get the midpoint, I'll just go ahead and fold my tape into 2 this way and mark it. Then at this point, I'll go in by 0.5 inch. This is in order for me to get an ease around the bust area. Then on this chest line, I'll impute the chest line measurement divided by 4, which is also the bust measurement. Then I'll connect from the shoulder slope to that 0.5 inch, then down to the chest line this way. Please, if you watched to this point, thank you very much. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take out the dart. I'm going to come to this bust line and take the dart measurement, which is the bust bar measurement divided by 2. For me, it's going to be 4 inches. So I'm going to mark the 4 inches on the bust, the waist, and also the full length. Then I'll connect it with a straight line. I'll come to this waistline now and take out my waist dart. On each side of this line, I'll take out 0.5 inch. Once I'm done with that, I'll come to the bust line and come down by 1 inch. I'll also come to the full length and come up by 2 inches. Remember, the full length for a basic bodice or for a blouse is usually at the hip line. So I'll connect from that 1 inch down to the 0.5 inch this way. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please just watch what I'm doing and you still understand. So I'll also connect from these 2 inches above the full length and up to the waist line this way. And now I have my waist dart. The next thing I'll do now is to impute my round bodice measurement. At my bust line, I will impute my bust line measurement divided by 4, which will give me 9 inches. At the waistline, I will divide the waistline measurement divided by 4, which will give me 7.5. Then I'll replace the 1 inch I took for my dart. Then I'll come to the hip line now, which is the full length, and I'll impute the full hip line measurement divided by 4, which will give me 10.5 inches. Then I will now connect all my measurements from the chest line to the bust down to the waist, then to the full length. And I hope you are enjoying this tutorial so far. Please, if you are enjoying it, don't forget to hit the like button and drop a heart for me on the comment section. So the next I'm going to do now, at this bust line, now I'm going to take out my under bust dart. I'll come out by 0.5 inch from the dart there, and I'll come down by 2 inches, then I'll connect it this way. And that is all for the under bust dart. And I will impute my 1 inch sewing allowance at all the lines, then I'll connect it. Now me connecting this, I'm going to use a dotted line to do this so that I can tell the difference between the actual line and the sewing allowance line. I'll also come to the hem, that's the full length, and impute 0.5 inch sewing allowance. So I'm also going to use a dotted line here. So all my allowance, I'm going to use dotted lines. I'll also add 0.5 inch allowance on the shoulder. So I'll impute the 0.5 inch and extend this shoulder to that 0.5 inch. I'll also do the same thing at the neck width, then I'll connect. And this is all on how to draft a front basic bodice. Please, if you enjoyed this tutorial so far, don't forget to drop a heart for me on the comment section. And this, I'm going to use this pattern now to show you the difference between the front and the back bodice. For the back bodice, this armhole here is going to start from the midpoint, and I will not be going in by 0.5 inch. And for the dart at the back bodice is going to start from 0.5 inch below the chest line. At this chest line, I'll take the bust span measurement of 4 inches and come down 0.5 inch at that point. Then I'll extend the dart from the waist up to that 0.5 inch. So if you are sewing your basic bodice, the back bodice, this is 0.5 inch dart below the chest line, and the dart at the full blouse is 2 inches above the hip line for both the front and the back. Then for the neckline at the back, I'll come down by 1 inch and just connect from the neck, which can come down 1 inch or 1.5. Then I'll connect from the neck width down, creating a round neck for the back. So now this is the back neckline and the front neckline, and this is the front armhole and the back armhole. 0.5 inch below the chest line for the back dart, and 1 inch below the bust line for the front dart, and 2 inches above the hip line or full length for both the front and the back. And if you want the zipper allowance for your back bodice, you will leave about 1.5 or 2 inches for zipper allowance. So I'll go ahead now and cut it out for us to see our final result for a drafted pattern. Please pay attention to how I cut it, because I'm going to cut the back pattern first. I'll go ahead and cut the sewing allowance at the shoulder. Then at the armhole, I'll first of all cut the back armhole, and this is what I have after removing the excess around the pattern. And I also left the 0.5 inch at the shoulder, and I cut out the armhole for the back bodice. I'll go ahead now and cut out the round neckline for the back, and this is what it will look like. I will transfer this with zipper allowance to the fabric for the back. Then before I cut out this round neckline for the front and armhole for the front. And remember, this underbust that I took is just for the front, no underbust that for the back. This is what the neckline look like for the front. So I'll go ahead now and cut out the round armhole for the front bodice, and here we have it. This is what it looks like. So when I want to sew a front bodice, this is how I'm going to transfer the pattern to the fabric. And if I want to transfer for the back, I'm going to open up the zipper allowance before I transfer the back. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you in my next video.